Cristian, I had told you that I wanted to do something right before we start the show. Your brother here is an actor, right? I don't know if you've seen him. If you watch Chiefs games, you might have seen him during the commercial breaks. But then again, that's the time when you got to go pee and eat and shit, whatever you need to do, right?
Absolutely.
So, I claim that I can do voiceovers.
It's the wrong thing. You keep calling it the wrong thing. Stop calling it voiceovers. It's not a voiceover.
What
it's
is
an impression. It's an impression.
It's an impression. Okay. We got professionals here. So I like to impersonate Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger. So you know who Arnold Schwarzenegger is, right? Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, you should, right? All right, so my son and I here are going to do some little impersonation. So we have 10 greatest Arnold Schwarzenegger movie quotes. You know what? I'm going to go first.
Fine.
We'll go with number 10. This is from Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Of course, I'm the Terminator. What about you, Mark? What you got? You want to hear it again so you can... Of course, I'm the Terminator. Come on, Marcos. You want me to read you another one?
Sure. Yeah.
Stop being a pussy. That was from End of Days.
What?
Stop being a pussy.
It says, "Stop being such a pussy."
Oh, stop being such a pussy. Oh, that was pretty good.
There's no bathroom.
Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah. How about that?
See, ironically, it's not in here, but the best line in that movie, how's that not in here?
I don't know, because it wasn't the best line.
Yes, it was. The best line from Kindergarten Cop. It's not a tumor.
It's not a
tumor.
It's not a tumor. No, here you go. You one ugly motherfucker.
Yeah.
Predator, 1987.
That one was pretty good, right?
You are one.
You one ugly motherfucker.
See, you can't properly do conjunctions like that.
Junction.
He goes, what? Yeah. He never says you are.
You are.
Yeah.
You are.
Yo, an ugly motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
I know, I'm just pointing out.
I'll be back.
I'll be back as number one. Oh, I know what. You know what? Do you remember the line he had? He goes, "I will rip off your head, put my hand down your throat, and pull out your goddamn spine."
I think you made that one up.
No, he did it. I know he did it. I would rip off your head, stick my hand down your throat, and pull out your goddamn spine. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Big Modcast.
Welcome back to the Big Modcast.
Sounds less like a megaphone, more like just a voice modifier.
Well, no, it's not it's a megaphone.
Yeah, but
I know,
it didn't sound loud.
Oh, I didn't do it right? Do I need to do it again?
No.
No.
Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Let me introduce myself real quick, just in case you people out there don't know who I am yet. I am your host, Mario Garcia Jr. This is my co-host, Marcos Garcia, my second son. And Chris, no H, is the man behind the wheels of steel back there, right?
It's been like 30 episodes since you said that.
I know. Well, you're the one that told me to stop saying that.
Exactly. Why'd you say it again?
Well, I mean, I had to remind the people who you were, right?
Because I'm here.
Yeah. And yeah,
I understand the wheels of steel.
And who is
there you go.
dad?
And speaking of Chris, ladies and gentlemen, this is our guest for episode number 52, Mr. Chris Grado. Yeah, Chris Grado's in the house. So yeah, this is going to be kind of hard. So I call him Chris, no H, because there is no H in his name, just Chris.
Chris.
Yeah, Cristian.
Chris.
You, Chris, I mean, were you ever Christopher or?
Christopher.
Christopher's your real name?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just cut it down. Got rid of the fur, and you're just Chris now.
Yeah. So actually, no, the funny thing is when I come back from the military, they would always call me Cisco. But as I got on in the post office and got into management,
Yeah.
Christopher just sounded more professional.
Or more professional?
So
Yeah.
So everybody calls me Christopher.
Wait, why
okay.
Cisco?
Well, when I was a young kid, I used to box here for Dookie over here at
What?
remember Dookie?
Like poop?
at the Argentine
Dookie Garcia.
yeah. See, you
Yeah,
was making fun
I
of
think
Dookie.
that's his last name.
Dookie Howser?
No, definitely not Dookie Howser.
Okay.
So anyway, my mom said that when I would become a professional boxer, that I would be called the Crisco Kid. So when I joined the military, when I was in the military guys. No thanks.
No good. No.
Ultra. So I was going to be a boxer, and Mom said that she would call me the Crisco Kid on the back of my robe.
Yeah.
So when I joined the military, I used to tell the guys that they called me Crisco. Well, they always called me Cisco.
Oh, okay.
So it just kind of, I would, no, not a Crisco. And they would always, hey, Cisco, hey. So it just kind of came out to be Cisco. So,
So it was meant to be one thing and fade into another.
to another, correct.
So that name just stuck for the next, 40
Well,
years.
yeah, actually, it was kind of something that
And then when you guys would hear the song,
the Cisco,
Cisco
yeah.
Kid
No, actually,
was a friend of
in the
mine.
military, they call you by your last name, Grado.
Yeah.
They would call you Grado.
Grado or Grado.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people call me Cisco, but in the military, they call you by your last name. Hey, Grado or Grado, whatever, potato. So, yeah.
Right.
So it just kind of followed. So then when I opened up my restaurant, it was called Cisco's Cantina.
Thank you. I'm glad you're here, brother.
Thank you.
You and I think we talked about this. When the hell did we talk about it?
We talked about it at the Sam's party.
Yes, that's right.
At Sam's
that's right.
party, yes.
Yeah, that was like his 60th birthday.
Something like that. Yeah, 60, yeah.
Yeah, because he is an old man.
But it's funny. I'm sitting here and I feel like I'm slouched, but I think if I sit up straight, my feet won't touch the ground.
That is a high chair. No,
You know what? There might be a squatty potty in there.
So,
I can grab for you.
If I went to the restroom, sometimes I'll kick my legs in.
Thanks for joining us, especially here at the Nest, one of the hangout spots.
Absolutely, I enjoy coming here. I'm a member here, so
Okay.
so it's fun to be here.
Yeah. So then you had no problems getting here, except you said you ran into some traffic or what?
Well, there's road construction everywhere. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't care where you turn.
So before we get into let the people know who Chris Grato is, give me 3 numbers between 1 through 50.
15,
15,
22, and 31.
15, 22.
31.
All right, so I'm just going to ask you these random questions. Number 15, what does your ideal day look like?
My ideal day is to sit back with some family and friends
Yeah.
and have some cold ones and enjoy life. Enjoy life.
Yeah,
It's
no,
about
that's-
family and friends, especially the ones that you're with on a regular basis or you can converse with, and even the ones that you don't converse with on a regular basis. It's fun to catch up.
yeah.
So yeah, that's my idea.
Cool. What is the hardest thing you've ever had to do?
Say yes.
Oh, yeah. And when was it? How many years ago was that?
30.
30 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yep. And if you could rename yourself, what name would you choose?
Ignacio.
Really?
Because you like nachos in it.
Could you tell? No. Nah. That was my grandfather's name. My great grandfather's name.
And so, but you are, because did they call him Nacho?
I don't know.
Yeah. So that's how the name Nacho came up.
Yeah. I'm not sure if they called him Nacho or not. I think maybe they did. Kind of like my son Salvador. I call him Chava. And I'm the only one that calls him Chava. My wife hates that, but
Oh, really?
my great grandfather was my grandmother's father. I know he was Ignacio, and I think I've heard him when I was a small kid. Oh, we call him Nacho, Kid Nacho, Kid Nacho. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah,
Yeah. So, where were you born and raised?
I was born in Kansas City, Missouri, at St. Luke's Hospital. So I was born in Missouri, and raised right across the street from La Hacienda and Molina's and the fire station right there in Armourdale, where Hospital Linen is now, the big old brown building before you go to Nereda's, going into Kansas.
Oh, okay.
Going into Missouri.
Yeah.
It was right there on 5th Street.
Oh, okay.
Or 3rd Street, whatever that is. Yeah. A matter of fact, all the houses in there, we were there. It was us, Uncle Bobby, my Lily, Joe Gallo, Francis, and Lisa, and all them. Yeah, we all grew up in that little right behind Arts in that area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's cool.
and then of course, the big divorce, with my mom and dad, and then we moved to Kansas, and it's just kind of one of those things where you live to both sides of you got family on the west side, and then you got your family in Kansas. So, but I was predominantly raised in Wyandotte County, Rosedale, and everything. But I was kind of claimed both. I had both sides of the family there, so it was kind of like my cousin Mark's story. You know, it's kind of
Yeah.
had the best of both worlds there. So I enjoyed living in Kansas, but I enjoyed Missouri too. So
So like you said, I mean, you were just back and forth.
yeah, and so the friends in Missouri, I still keep in touch with them guys like I was from the West Side. I know where I'm from. Kansas, the dot.
Yeah. Speaking of the old time days, I mean, when we were kids, how old are you?
I just turned 50.
You just turned 50?
No, I'll be 51 here in a few months.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm 50.
Remember growing up, Saturday mornings, had our cartoons.
Absolutely.
Remember that, right?
Yeah. Conjunction functions, which you were mentioning.
Yeah, when I
earlier.
was singing.
Yeah, I was like,
I was waiting for you to.
yeah.
Yeah, because that's what we had.
I didn't realize it actually played on TV like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was the thing.
Super
Yeah.
Friends, Wonder Friends, Deactivate, Activate, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that your favorite cartoon?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super Friends.
The Wonder Twin Powers and all that. Yeah, those are good cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get excited when you talk about cartoons like that.
So I was going to ask you if you still live near the same neighborhood, but right now you're living.
Well, actually, I moved to Briarcliff about 4 years ago.
Okay.
This is my 4th year here in Briarcliff, just right out Riverside there.
Okay. Yeah. So you said you were coming from Riverside. Is that where that big Riverside barn is, or where you can buy all kinds of good shit?
Red X.
The Red X. There you go.
Actually, yeah, we just live right up the street there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've been in there. An uncle of mine took me in there one day. We bought all kinds of nice drinks.
Party favorites.
Oh yeah. Yep. Even the little shot
I know, right?
bottles, yeah.
Right.
All that good stuff. So would you say where you grew up, would you call it the hood?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the hood.
Absolutely. It was good hood.
The good hood.
Because
The bad hood.
the good.
Absolutely. I mean, we had our crazy guys.
Had the
Are
crazy.
we allowed to say names?
Yeah, you throw names if you want.
Are they going to come after us? That's the real question.
If you want us to blur them out, we could. I mean,
How do you blur them out?
oh wait, I can do that.
You mean bleep their names?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could bleep their names or however. Yeah,
No, it's just
you don't have to say last name.
No, actually, you stop and think. Some of the guys that you thought they were bad, they really weren't. They're just crazy. Just like to live life on the edge, like Mike McHugh, Richie McWilliams.
Mm-hmm.
All
right, let's just throw out last names.
Yeah, why not?
Damn it, Cube. See, even Ice Cube thought that was funny.
I think all those guys that were there, these two, Danny Pacheco, and all the guys, they were good guys.
Yeah.
And I don't think any guys that I grew up with or around with were all bad. It was just kind of
Were they like the older crowd?
older than us.
Oh, okay.
So of course we thought they were cool.
Yeah.
Mike Diaz, Blanco, and Danny Pacheco. They were like bike riders, predators, and red lines.
Oh, back to the chopper.
Yeah. So not predator.
Yeah, predators.
That's the name of a bike.
Oh,
Yeah. See, if you're from the old school, you probably know what a predator or red line is, or Haro, or any of those.
Or how about a Huffy?
Yeah, I had a Huffy too.
yeah. Well, well, obviously that name threw me and probably other people.
Yeah,
There were a bunch of predators.
Yeah. Were they sexual? No.
Definitely not a safe neighborhood, then, was it?
Yeah.
But no, I call it good hood because we all got along.
Yeah.
All got along.
You all got along, but by definition of what was considered hood at the time was still your reality.
Yeah.
You
of
know,
course.
lower poverty,
Absolutely.
some crime time to time, just ethnic.
Fosgates, passports, Alpines, Kenwoods, car thefts, stuff like that.
Passports.
Was
People were stealing passports?
Yeah, Fuzzbusters.
Fozbusters? What's that?
I don't know.
Passports was the name of the radar detectors.
Yep.
Speed.
Hey, you know what? These guys don't know anything about the radar detectors.
So those were the hot commodities when you had a car. You either had
You bought like a speedometer, just like a gun.
So it would let you know that a cop was taking radar.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
They still have them, I think, right?
Do they? I don't even know.
I don't know.
Tell you too. Well, how come?
Look that up over there, Chris without an H.
Yeah.
Chris.
You didn't say Chris. You didn't say Chris. No way. You said Chris with
Passports or
I'm gonna just
radar detectors.
yeah.
I'm just
Well,
gonna
you-
look
police-
up counter
I'm
cop radar.
surprised that-
Fosgates.
Ah, the Fosgate. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, waka waka.
Where'd you find this guy?
In my left nut.
Oh my God.
Oh my God! Did you just say that on air? I did.
What is it?
Yeah.
Inappropriate.
But that'll be edited out.
Well, I don't know.
We have to keep that in there.
But look at it. Okay, so a radar
spit it
gun
out.
for it's a hard word. Radar guns for cops.
Radar
To
guns.
detect-
Actually, they're called radar detectors.
Yes. Okay. So, but the point was, like, you guys were driving and you needed to know. Okay, is there's a cop ahead? Are they? I didn't even realize those guns made some kind of like electrical wave that you could pick up on a different, equipment.
Of course, it's the wave
the
that
wave,
actually detects. Yeah, and it
interesting.
signals to you. Beep 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 beep. It goes from.
Hey man, you're taking me back because actually my grandpa used to still have them there. I mean, it was one of those. It was just a little device you would sit up on your dash or maybe your visor, and then it'd have a wire that you plug into the lighter.
Go to vintage. You might find it in vintage.
Yeah, vintage radar detectors.
Yeah. Okay, but
Anyway.
obviously those came in handy a lot. I'm guessing.
Actually, they did.
course.
Sometimes they did. Sometimes they didn't. Sometimes.
Well, it didn't come in handy for me because I never really had a vehicle. I had a 1976 Cutlass that had no reverse in the transmission, but. Yeah, I mean,
So
How do you
So
can only
Chris-
park on side streets? I was going straight.
don't block me in.
all right, honey, I'm gonna get ready to parallel park. All right, go ahead, get out of the car.
looked like
Push me
you go
back
forward.
a little bit.
You put a neutral. All right, now push me.
Yeah, push
All
me.
right, there we
But
go.
no, you were that guy who would drive around the parking lot until you can find that open space where you drive through. You have to drive through,
Right.
and then
Right. So when I went to a party, I parked in a
kinda
slant so I
scary.
could roll back. Oh, Hey, but I bought it with my. That was
Your
what
own
we
hard-
did. We worked every day. We went to work and we weren't afraid to work and get down and make if we wanted something because I bought my first pair of Air Force Ones right here out of Dale Sports right here at where am I at? Oh,
just
right over here.
yeah. So Center Sports, Center Sporting
Center
Goods?
Sports or Dinners.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there next to TG1.
Yes.
Yeah, and Topsies and all that stuff that used to be there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. That's cool. You remember that. I don't talk too much about that area,
Dale
but
Sports,
I think
right?
I think it was a Center Sporting Goods.
Dale Sports. Have to check that out.
All right, Chris. Without the
looking up
H.
the last one.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
you
still
can't-
looking at it. If you can't find it, don't worry about it
Nope,
because you're
can't
probably
find
not
it.
even looking it up. You're looking at something else.
I know you're looking at porn.
Oh damn!
Clean one.
There you
What's
go.
clean porn?
It's just with clothes on.
I don't know. Debbie does
They
that.
just I don't think they know anything about that.
Yeah, we didn't grow up on magazines like you guys.
Yeah, like the Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they have a song and they say porn mag or something like that.
Oh, well, okay. Anyways,
Anyway.
back to your first.
Oh, yeah, that's-
working hard and all that. What was your first job then?
So you work. Well, my first job I ever had was working for my dad, and I get sentimental with that because when you work and you do construction, you learn. Your dad is teaching you. Your mother and father divorced, so you're working for your dad, and he's helping you, and you're helping him put studs, sheetrock, receptacles, conduit.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff. And you think at the end of the job, back then when somebody remodeled house, paneling was the end thing. So everybody wanted to cover up the walls with paneling. So they had all kinds of beautiful design paneling. So it was construction helper. And we were thinking we were going to get paid on payday. And my dad would give us like $20, $40. But you stop and think in the early 80s,
Yeah.
I could take my wife, well, she's my wife today, but
Yeah.
I could take my girlfriend
Yeah.
to the movies, McDonald's, and have change and still have all kinds of money left with $40.
Yeah, no, nowadays you spend all 40 at the movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
It would spend 30 at McDonald's just for me and her.
All right. Yeah.
And we get just a meal.
Just for you.
Hit that ball. There you go. All right, that's right. But that was just kind of like my hustle with my dad. And then my dad used to tell me, we should get mad and tell him, hey, Dad, you're getting hundreds of dollars and you're giving us $20 or $30. And he should tell me, you know what your pay is? Knowledge.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be here forever. So you'll know how to do this one day in life and you'll learn to be that handyman for yourself. So I always keep that with me. And I thank my dad for, just giving me that insight to learn, and my brother,
How old were you? Do you remember?
12, 11, 12.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
Dang.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that with my kids because that wasn't my trade.
Right.
That was my dad's
That was
trade.
what he did. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my hustle. And then I worked.
Dang, you met your wife when you were 12?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, which is pretty wild. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, they've
Was
been.
that
Been
middle
together
school?
38 years.
Wow. What is that, middle school?
Shut up.
Well,
we got to edit that. But actually, you know, I worked everything. I worked at McDonald's. I worked at Sutherland Lumber Company down here.
yeah, when
I
it was
mean,
down there.
I worked in the yard. I mean, because I knew materials, 2x4s, 2x6, 2x12s, et cetera, et cetera. CCA wood. I knew screws, you know.
What type of screws you use?
Yeah. Concrete, blue, green, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then I took wood shop, you know, class in high school. So I was exposed to a lot of that. So I was able to open up the doors in any kind. I can bullshit my way through anything. You know, I was a helper. I got out. I was like, yeah, I know how to do that. I know how to lay trim. I know how to put windows and stuff like that. I said, I'm not a carpenter, but I know I have the basic knowledge of a lot of those things. And I got jobs making $8, $9, $10 an hour when guys were making minimum wage, you know?
Yeah.
So I always had a hustle. And so,
Wait a minute. Hold on. You said minimum wage. What was the minimum wage then?
shit, $2 something, right?
Yeah, because-
$1.75 or something like that.
That was minimum wage?
Well, I mean, because when I started my job in '89, I mean,
$2 1/4, I think.
when I started my job in '89, I was at 522.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I mean, so
525 or something like that.
yeah. So of course, when you were 12, well, I'm a couple
You're thinking
years.
like $2 1/4,
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it wasn't.
3 something, 375.
God damn.
Yeah. So I was making a little bit more than above
Yeah,
that.
okay,
So
yeah.
$5, $6, $7 an hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I was always I always
And-
tell go ahead.
And this was just like a summer job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But during when
Cut
you were
grass. I would cut grass with Dominic
so
Soto
when,
and
when you were learning your alphabet, apparently because you said you were what, like 7 or 8 when you started.
well, learning my alphabets was something
So-
different. Dude. That's another story. We could talk on another.
So with the
podcast.
hammer, you're like A, B, C.
No, it's funny. Real quick, my grandmother was real stern about learning your times tables and
Times tables. I have not heard it. You familiar with that? I have not heard it that way.
Yes.
Times tables.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a long time
They
since I've
still
heard it.
use timetables as like.
All right,
the
sorry, I didn't
standard.
mean to get all excited there.
I know. You show your age,
I
right?
was like, damn, okay.
All right, my
So
bad.
my grandmother she used to work for this paper company, and she would always have tablets. Mira, siéntate. You're gonna learn today before you go outside and play. You know, so you go out there and you write 1 times 1, 1 times 2. You had to
You
write
need
it
my
all
ca-
down.
Yeah, I
And
got a
then-
calculator here if you
You
know.
know, and so it was like my grandmother. She didn't even know, but she was trying to show me. Tell me. That's why I hesitated. It was like, so then it was like, do you remember when you was in elementary school and you had your big chief tablet and your big jumbo pencils, the blue and red? They always come in blue, red, and green.
Yeah.
So you write. My grandma would make me write A, lowercase, B.
Are you blessing me right now?
I'm telling you,
Oh.
yeah, she was blessing me.
Yeah, pretty
Because
much.
to this day I have beautiful handwriting.
All right. You still have beautiful
I
handwriting?
do. I get compliments on it. I'll show you one day when I give you my autograph when we're done, and you'll see. But yeah, it was just the upbringing. And you mentioned jobs and hustle and buying things, hood, and I mean everything just kind of came together. As far as if you wanted it, you had to earn it.
Right.
My mother lived. We were on welfare. We got government cheese, big blocks of cheese, and
Mm-hmm.
Product 19 cereal and stuff like that. You ever heard of Product 19?
I have actually, yeah.
So if we wanted anything, we had to make her hustle to get that.
Yeah.
So I think my parents were being what they are. My mother's passed 7 years ago, but being what she was to me, it pushes me and motivates me to be better too.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Interesting. Yeah, it's I mean, R.I.P. to mom. I honestly didn't know that. You know.
Yeah.
So sorry about that. Yeah. So back to your neighborhood. Did you have a playground? Was there a certain spot that you guys would hit?
Every night.
What was it?
South Mill Apartments.
Okay. Oh, okay. Because they had that.
We had the big old playground, the basketball court.
basketball
we
court,
played
sir.
baseball. We played kiss of ditch and dodgeball, stickball. kickball,
What's the name of that second game you said?
kiss them, ditch them.
Kiss 'em, ditch 'em?
Yeah, we'd have all the girls in the apartment complex and all the guys. All the girls would hide. We'd find them and kiss them, and vice. Yeah, it was fun.
This is a real game.
Yeah, it was actually fun.
Damn it! I grew up in the wrong neighborhood.
I can't find them. Where are they at? Why you got grass all over your hair?
Some of the girls just ran home. They're like, "Chris is chasing us. We got to get out of here.
We gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Cool.
Your wife play this game with you guys?
No, my wife wasn't. I hadn't even met her yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I hadn't even met her yet.
So I had like Franklin. Remember down the street, we were down Franklin.
Speaking of Franklin, go ahead.
Yeah, I know. Don't make me cry.
I know, right?
Yeah. So you, like you said, you guys did it, but you already said you used to like to ride bikes and whatnot. What about skateboards? Or because you guys had a big ass hill, right, from the very top. You guys ever take a skateboard down that?
No, we used to ride our bikes down there though. But you know, it's funny.
How about skates? Did you ever would you ever roller skate?
Oh yeah, we used to roller skate all the time. We should go to Highland Crest and Highland Crest and
the one
skate
Skate World
right over by the Red Balloon
off of Gibbs Road, like heading to Turner.
Yeah.
Highland Crest. It's still there, but I think
it's some kind of firm or some kind of company, flooring or some carpet company.
But it'd be dope if they kept the floor in there. Everybody in there has skates.
Look at you.
That'd be dope. Yeah.
Was that back when it was
Do you like Roll
hardwood
Bounce? You seen the movie Roll Bounce?
I do, and I think I can
dope,
watch
and-
that all the time. I should skate like that. I can still skate like that. To be honest with you,
I want to see that. I
I
gotta
know,
see that.
That's a lot to
Yeah.
Are you saying he's a lot?
No, I'm saying that's those are some pretty mighty words to be saying right
yeah, I
there.
can.
Skate like
I
that?
can still skate. I went to. Well, I'll put it to you like this.
Okay.
4 or 5 years ago, went to my niece's skate party, and the guy goes, "You skate pretty good. You want a pair of good roller skates, or you want to stay in them community skates?" So I said, "Yeah, give me the good skates." So I was out there and I was skating.
Were you doing anything? Did you skate?
I
Did you skate backwards?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, I did.
Man, see that's how I never learned how to do that.
Yeah.
Spin in place. That's impressive.
Well, I'm not. I don't spin and put one wheel and foot up
You didn't
like
do
that.
that?
I don't do all that. But I can
That's right.
skate to the beat and get down and turn around and do my crossover, stuff like that. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I try to get my wife to go skating here because we live right around the roller rink from in Riverside there. I said, we got to go roller skating on Tuesdays or Thursdays. She's like,
Oh, that'd be dope, man. Why don't you have a
I think I'm just going to go by myself one day. Take my niece or something.
skate party? Invite
all my old friends
Yeah.
in it. See? Yeah, that'd be great.
To everybody dress up like it was like 1970.
Then I'll invite your son so he could actually see for the first time somebody he knows that can skate like that.
Yeah, I love skating too.
Do you?
Yeah, well, I mean,
skate?
I haven't been in a while, but I enjoy it. Like, I like to go have fun. Like
I
that.
do, but it has to be that good, like old school music, not the music.
No,
of
it
the
has
day.
to be. I would.
Bounce.
Oh, yeah, roll bounce.
I've said it. I've been like, damn, if I would have like, I'm gonna have a party, like a birthday party like that, where I have everybody like dress up in like 70s attire and things.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, right.
Or
That'd be
80s,
fun.
80s.
Yeah, 80s, either
Yeah,
or.
definitely.
Yeah, yeah,
80s. Wear your shirt, your Japanese shirts that you don't know what it says. You're just wearing it. You could have been saying I'm stupid. It's got this Chinese writing with bandanas,
some
and
high
stuff.
shorts
They have
on.
the
You got your high ride.
parachute pants.
Japanese character, yeah. Man, yeah, that was a style for us
It
too,
was,
right? Which is
absolutely.
You guys
which
wearing
is pretty.
headbands and shit.
Well, no, it wasn't more. I remember wearing that paper hat,
Paper
and
hat.
then
Oh, it had the little devil
had-
dog.
Yeah, it had the like what would you call it?
What? Like a.
the devil. My brother had one said devil dogs on them. Had the tail fins.
Yes, it had like
Yeah.
tails on
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
like a tuxedo
Tuxedo.
tail. But this one had the actually
On
in
a
the movie.
hat?
Actually, in the movie Breaking,
That's cool.
this guy
That
it was
cool.
Yeah.
and it had like the red dot, right?
Yeah.
Their symbol, their flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the Chinese characters, and we had no idea what it said. Like
Yeah.
you said,
It could have been I'm stupid or I'm
or
with stupid or some shit like that.
dumbass or
Yeah,
something
I'm
like
a
that.
dumbass.
Yeah, that was the style, and then the shirts, and it was just a weird thing. Where would you go shopping to go buy this stuff?
Ventures.
Venture. Oh, okay, Ventures.
Remember Ventures?
Ventures.
Well, you
Indian
know where Price
Springs.
Chopper is on 18th? So it used to be a Ventures. It used to be a
Right there.
Yeah, it was a vent. Yeah,
Right
that's
there.
what that's. You know the story that I said where I found a wallet behind a Coke machine.
Oh,
That was
one.
a
That
Ventures.
had like a bunch
Yeah.
of money in
where
it.
where Lowe's
Yeah.
is. That used to be Price Chopper.
Ah,
Price Chopper went over to where Ventures was and made it bigger because Ventures was a bigger store.
Yeah.
So
if we ever need clothing for
or
like
KG men's stores or
Indian Springs.
Harold Pinners.
Harold Panners, Indian Springs, right?
Too bad it's closed and torn down. Right.
I know, yeah.
Well, Harold Pinners is still open.
Well.
On 63rd.
Okay, yeah, the one that was there.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. And there's a Penners out in San Antonio where I had my cousin Jaime. I bought a hat and he brought it back. And I've been there before because I bought a hat there 15 years ago. And it's called Penners, but they were like, whoa. We're not Harold Penners, we're Penners. Yeah. And these guys were Italians.
Oh, yeah?
That run that shop out there. And they're still, it's dope
Forget
store.
about it. Forget about it.
What's the matter you? Forget
about it. Hey. Yeah. This guy, get him out of here. He's a fugazi.
Yeah, get him back to the chopper.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I tried looking up that hat you were talking about. All I got was a picture of a dog in a devil costume.
and he said it said devil dog or something.
Devil dog.
Yeah, you'd have to ask Bertie about how my brother wore those. It looked like a old Pittsburgh pirate hat.
It was
with the
flat.
stripe. Flat. Yeah.
What did you type? Devil dog hat? What did you say?
I
Try putting a hat with tails on the back.
80s. Put down 80s hat with flag tails or whatever they're called. And would you guys play outdoor a lot? I mean, outside all the time, right?
From the time we got up to the time we knew when the lights went on.
Yep.
It's funny when people say like, "Oh shoot, the lights are
on. I gotta get home.
I gotta get home."
Yeah.
That was someone we had to be able to at least
see where you're going.
Have your mom see you before you can go out anywhere else.
Yeah.
To let you know that, hey, mom, I'm all right. So we would do that, and sometimes my mom would be outside, chilling with the other moms, or the other dads, or
playing dominoes
dads,
and stuff,
whatever,
like that.
Smoking and just kind of
kicking it,
smoking cigarettes.
There you go.
And we didn't.
So you did find it?
I did find it.
Because
you guys described it way too vaguely.
Okay.
Give us your interpretation then.
Yeah. What do you see?
Well, think of a regular baseball cap.
Okay.
And just two flaps down the back of your neck.
Yep.
Right.
That's what they wear.
Well, see, the funny thing was that what I said was what was written on the flaps, or devil dog, or Italian stallion, or whatever it was. It was on the hat. Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone?
Yeah.
It
was kind of one of those things.
Oh, now we go to there. Oh, here we go. All right. I can't do him.
So we all played. We all were able to go in the morning. We walk everywhere.
Yeah.
We'd walk up to Suntree Apartments, go swim in places we didn't even live.
Right.
Yeah, we'd walk to Ventures. We'd go to kind of like Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
Hey, mama, can we go to the store? Yeah, you ain't got no money, you little fat. well, that would be hey, mama, can we go to the store? Yeah, but that's right, mom. We don't want it because she'd give us a food stamp. It was kind of like one of those things. Like my boys were like,
yeah.
So it was like, I ain't giving you no money. So we'd be like, all right, well, we're gonna go anyway. So we'd walk out and we'd have big gulps and bottles and gum and Star Wars cards with stickers and stuff like that. Did I say we stole? I didn't say we stole them, did I?
No.
Okay, no.
I didn't hear that.
But
did you?
Yeah. Okay, we'll go back to the tape to see if you did it. So the Suntree Apartments, which is right there by Ventures, which is exactly where your cousin Raul lives. You know that street that he lives on? You know how where Raul lives?
County Line Road.
And you can see Burger King and the Price Chopper.
And Roland Park.
So that's what Chris is talking about, in that area, right in that. That's where
we used to walk
we used to hang out and steal cars. And
old English apartments, Suntree apartments.
You used to drink what? Old English?
No, we used to walk.
Oh,
we used to walk.
Okay. Walk to Old English.
Swim, and all the apartments around there used to have swimming pools.
Yeah,
we'd swim there all day, every day, all day.
All right.
Yeah, we used to walk everywhere.
Yeah, that's what we did. We either walked or we rode our Huffies, our bikes,
with mags.
Yeah, but you were out there in your skates. You were the only one.
Did you have mags? Did you have a bike with mags?
Is that
the yellow or the black plastic? Like the 5 stars.
Yeah, no, you know what? I never.
We couldn't afford that.
I know. I was gonna. Yeah, you put me on the spot there, because no, I never did get those.
The guys that had the Harrows and the Predators, those are the guys that had mags and
the mag wheels.
The true spokes.
Yeah, we just had the spoke. Remember, we would put the cards in there.
Yeah. Or a can and rip your tire up.
I used to put bottles, and that shit never worked out really well. And then when it rained, people hang out at your crib? Or
Yeah, well, when it rained, we just kind of stayed inside and played cars. We used to play with Matchbox and all the little trinkets of cars and
the Matchbox?
yeah,
Right.
Yeah, we used to have a car station. It was a Fisher Price. It had a little.
Yeah.
When we were smaller, we just kind of utilized it for cars and park our cars. We'd take turns picking cars, the Lincolns, the Cadillacs, the Corvettes, the souped up cars, and we'd play with Anthony Sanchez, Chai Ortega, my brother Bernie,
What about
and
Chris Villegas?
Chris Vegas, yeah,
Yep.
Chris Cheetos, and
Yeah, Cheetos. I say Villegas because that's what Bolden used to call us. So, Anthony, Chris, and myself, we were all in that same class, and we had just met.
Yeah.
We at Harmon, and Mr. Bolden would say, Garcia, Sanchez, Villegas, Grado. I'm sure probably Bernie was in there with us.
I'm sure he was. Well, Bernie was a smart one. He went to Sumner for a little bit,
Okay.
And then I think he struggled with Latin, so that kind of distracted him, I thought.
Yeah.
But then he just kind of wanted to, when he went to Harmony, just pass with flying colors.
Oh, yeah.
He was.
Yeah, he was.
It's like Mark. They got the brain. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Was Mark pretty smart?
Mark was bored at high school. He was bored with high school. That's why he just didn't really care to go. He knew it.
He says he went to Harmon for only one day.
Yeah, he got a fight.
But I was about to say.
And then get quick, Robin, get in the Batmobile, the black Cadillac,
We should just give him a call real quick. Say, hey, what's
on.
up?
Could that car at least go forward and backwards?
Yeah, if we got time at the end of the show, we'll give him a quick call.
He had a black Cadillac with baskets. If you know what baskets are, he had the baskets with no spokes. It was like the screw that went into the hole that went into hold the screw the spoke. It was stripped out, so he just took them all off and just had the chrome baskets. That's how poor we were. It was like, yeah,
At risk of falling apart.
yeah, right. One was stripped out, so he just took them all out so they'd match.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
I kind of did that not too long ago. We took a hubcap broke. I took it off. Hell, might as well take all the hubcaps off, right?
That was my first car. I had no hubcaps.
Yeah.
No hubcaps, no reverse.
Yeah. All black rims.
So when you guys would go inside, did you ever? Ataris? Did you guys have an Atari?
Absolutely, we had an Atari. We
Okay, because
we had all the
if you were
good
going to ask
games.
me, I was going to say no because I didn't know. If
we
you could
didn't.
put
We
me
had
on the
the.
spot.
We didn't have the Atari. We had the regular, basically. We didn't have the,
the basic
We
Atari.
didn't have the Atari 400s and all that stuff like
Yeah,
that.
right.
We weren't that rich.
Right, I
It
didn't
was
either.
Poe. We were so Poe couldn't pay attention.
Yeah, the Ataris. I mean, they were badass. See, and then just you look at the what do you call it? The way it looks then and now. What's the word I'm looking for?
The
Technology.
graphics,
I guess the graphics, the technology of the Atari games. Kind of like that Mike Tyson Punch Out.
Yeah.
The way that looks,
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of
Just
like
have the Activision boxing. We'll just show the top of the boxers, and the gloves, and just
pixelated
hit the nose.
versus.
yeah. Did you have a childhood best friend?
Actually, I did. Tommy Gray and Anthony Sanchez.
Yeah,
They stick out to be the
ones
the ones that really kind of gravitated. We gravitated to one another because we kind of had Tommy and I. We kind of had the same kind of mischievous in us, and then Anthony did too. But Anthony was just kind of quiet. I didn't care. I
You
put
didn't
it
care
out
for
there.
him?
No, I put it out. I put it out.
Okay,
Anthony just kind of was more conservative.
more
about
chill.
it. Yeah.
He was
But
working on his
intent-
basketball
his-
scholarship.
His intent was there.
Yeah.
He was working on his crossover.
Yeah.
He was a good ball player.
Yeah.
He still is.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he still is because
I don't know.
he don't show it anymore. I tried to get him to come out and
He
play
said
ball a little
he
bit.
said
but
that when he wore your knee brace, it made him play better.
Well, it was him that stole it because I can't find that son of a bitch. I let somebody borrow my knee brace. I never saw it again. Man.
It might have been Holzer.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a huge knee brace you had. It was huge.
It was bigger than me. It was a knee brace. I
was a
put
knee
it on.
brace
It
all the
went,
way
it went from ankle to hip.
It looked like those stress stockings that people wear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it was unnecessary.
Compressed stockings.
Like
So when I asked you about your childhood friend, I didn't know if you were going to say Bernie or Mark. But you went with the right answers.
That's family.
Yeah.
Those
guys don't count as
those
friends.
Are there. They're there.
These guys are there all the time. Yeah.
Yeah,
Speaking
they had
of
to be there.
okay, speaking of Bernie and Mark, breakdancing.
Why did I know that was going to come?
You knew that was going to come
I
up,
did.
right?
I did.
Yeah.
I think I called you out here one time or two. at
He still
Sparks.
does. To these days, something comes on.
I look at it, I was
Here
like,
comes.
free
Yeah.
play.
He'll call me out. I'm like, here
You
we
are
go.
the future. You are the past. Look,
Yeah.
those are good days, though. It's fun. It's like we were part of something that started.
Yep.
And we weren't the best of anything, but of course, we
Well,
tried our
you
best.
guys weren't the best.
Yeah. There you go. But I think the guys that went on to be like Chino Action and all those guys, New York City Breakers, Rocksteady Crew, and all those guys were good.
Oh,
And they were starting out, but they pursued it and went on to be something and taught others to, and still today teach the youth and have their own schools and those kind of things. But for us, it was just recreational because we had nothing else to do. We couldn't afford anything else. We couldn't. I mean, go to trash cans and pull big cardboards out and start breakdancing on cardboards,
So you were a renegade as well?
I was a Rock City Crew.
Oh, Rock City.
Yeah. I was going to tell you that it was on Mark's interview, podcast interview.
Yeah, when he came in.
I think you said Bernie, and I don't think Marky really wanted to say, nah, they weren't renegades. He probably should have.
Okay.
Because I tried, Mark, we want to join your group. And, his mom or Alice Gomez, Jimmy Gomez's mom, they'd be like, no, we don't want them over here.
Yeah.
The moms are controlling the breakdance course.
They're the managers.
Those guys are up in Rosedale. Leave them
Down.
Everybody get down.
Don't get down.
Get down. Yeah. So I thought for some reason you guys you and your brother were part of Moras, the Phantom Poppers.
More Phantom Poppers either. No, that was George McGriff
and Hugo.
Yeah, Hugo and Andre Smith, and then they went up to be Renegades and Steve Orozco and all those guys.
Mark and I were supposed to be trying to get it all back together again.
That'd be nice.
And then I heard not too long ago. Now I'm gonna draw a blank. I'm messing it up. But he runs the Manny Roads.
Mike Macias?
No. John.
Jaws?
Yes. Here he was on KKFI with Lisa Galvin and Tommy Andretti, and they were talking about there was one of the fiestas that come through, and John had said, "Hey, let's get the old breakdancers back out." So I had to call, and unfortunately, I didn't make it that night. I don't know if I would have went out there and showed everybody up, but. Yeah, supposedly they were, and even Mark called me and said, "Hey, you need to listen to this because they're talking about breakdance." And I said, and I told Mark, I said, "Dude, that's what you and I were talking about." When he came on, we said, "Let's try to get everybody back together." And
other people when they've come on, like Hugo and a couple others.
Yeah,
I said, "All right, get them together. We'll bring them
I had Head of Zamora.
Head of Zamora. He still does it. He's a fireman, and he breaks dance for the firemen every now and then. They throw his little cup of change.
He's our entertainment. Oh, everybody's all bored. Head goes out there. Yeah, I'll start doing it.
Yeah, right. All the future.
You gotta go find the other vice lords.
Yeah, and then we had our little gang. Myself and Juan Olivas and.
What were you guys called? Triads. The triads.
I don't know what that means, but I'm a we were the vice lords.
Oh, the vice lords.
Yeah.
Oh,
We had
was that a gang on good times?
I think so.
You guys stole it? What?
Okay, we're going to edit that part out. We're editing that part out for sure.
I don't know. You just stole it.
Are you the one that beat Michael up for that? The
And
vice lord?
anyway, what schools? What schools? I don't know what you're talking about, Chris.
Who'd you beat up?
Time out.
I didn't know that.
The vice lord.
Here, that goes. I don't know what you're
Time
talking
out,
about.
right?
Yeah, no idea. Yeah, so anyway, we're going to try to do that. And what schools did you attend?
I went to Major Hudson Elementary. Well, actually, I started at Roseland in Roland Park.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got kicked out of there because we were using my grandmother's address. Yeah, we started.
Man, so that rule has just stuck with everywhere.
Yeah. I think my mom wanted a better education for us, and she thought Roland Park because she graduated from Shawnee Mission North So my mom,
Really?
yeah. So my mom wanted to think because my grandparents lived right there in Roland Park, right there, right behind where that Walgreens and stuff is, right there.
Yeah.
I remember being a kid. All those were woods. We should go hunting in there, but I think my mother wanted us to
Hunting
be
for what?
rabbits and stuff like that. Just we should go
Wesquy Webbits.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
So,
Did that lead into your?
Hey, remember-
Did that lead into going into the military?
yeah, it
So,
did.
oh, I'm good at
Eventually,
this. I'm
right?
going
Yeah.
to.
The hat says it all.
Yeah.
So we went from Roseland, got kicked out, went to Major Hudson.
Okay.
And then from Major Hudson, we went to Rosedale. And then from Rosedale, we went to Harmon. Then went to the military. School.
If you wanted a really, really good education, you should have transferred to Argentina. Hang out with us.
we were supposed to go to Argentina because we were going to buy a house right there down the street from Jimmy. Remember where Jimmy Johnson?
Jimmy Johnson, yeah, right on Metropolitan.
No.
Jimmy John's?
No.
Sandwiches?
Remember where Anthony and them used to live in the little roundabout behind the post office?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Down the street.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So okay. So
There was a
Jimmy-
house that
But Johnson's used to live on Metropolitan, and then they ended up moving over there.
Yeah, by Copperfield.
Copperfield.
By Copperfield, just one block. Yeah. So we were going to move there. My mother and her husband at the time was going to buy a house there, and they broke up, and we didn't buy the house, so we stayed at Rosedale. So
Dang, you were that close.
then they got back together.
You were
and they
that
said
close to being
they
a
were-
Mustang.
right? But actually, you know, I was good friends with a lot of the guys there from Argentina playing sports. You know, all through elementary
Little League.
and high school. I mean, junior high and high school. A lot of the guys, Otto Morrison, Kenny Isaac, and those guys.
Yeah.
You know, those guys are still keep in touch with some of those guys.
That's good.
You know, Tracy Williams, all those guys. Well, I think he's passed on.
Yeah, I think so.
But a lot of those guys, I mean, we didn't have race separation. We hung out with blacks, whites, Mexicans,
Yeah.
everything, and we were all cool. So my best friends were black growing up. So the school of Rosedale, we all went to, it was all black. So mostly.
Right. Yeah.
And same thing with Argentina. So we loved hanging in the hood. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna say I think that's when you and I met. It was Harmon.
No, I think we met in junior high. We met in,
Well, because I was at Argentine,
yeah, you was at Argentina, so
but then I was
we were breakdancing. So we was in the
grade.
seventh,
Yeah,
seventh,
okay,
eighth
yeah.
grade, somewhere in there.
yeah.
Maybe so. Yeah, he used to wear a.
Stop it!
What?
No, go ahead. I used to wear what?
He used to wear a black Michael Jackson beaded jacket.
Mm.
Every time.
I have the music playing.
I know, right?
I have the radio on
They
me.
told me,
My
don't you?
don't you ever come around here?
Back when he
Yeah, I
was-
had the
back
beaded.
when he
I
was
had the
black.
beaded jacket.
Yeah,
And then
back when he was black. Then.
Yeah.
Now he's purple. Damn.
I didn't know you had a jacket though. That's,
yeah, I had the.
He didn't have the red one. He had the black one.
That's lame.
Man, you could have helped me out there. a
No,
little
bro,
bit.
but for real, he used to stand right there in front of Orange Julius at Indian Springs.
Oh my god. End of what? Just pose.
Go ahead, I'm gonna hear this. Chris.
Oh.
I
And
used
if
to-
we
do
cross,
what would I do?
And if we cross paths, we would say, "Hey, what's going on? How's it going?" Hey, and he would always ask me, "Hey, where's Mark?" Or "Hey, how's Mark?" Or whatever. And that was kind of like the hangout place was Indian Springs. So they would kind of all the breakers and stuff would meet there, and they would challenge each other downstairs. Where
Yeah.
JC, remember where the maze used
Yeah,
to be
with
down?
the escalator.
Yeah, down at the bottom of the escalator, right behind the escalator.
Yeah, they had that maze, and then they eventually took
the
that
maze
out,
out, and that's where we
and that's
breakdanced.
when they gave us that room. Yeah,
Yeah.
They give you a room to break into?
it wasn't a
Well,
room.
it wasn't a room. It was an open space.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, because eventually, all right,
the
you guys,
escalator.
if you guys are gonna be here every day doing this, you might as well
Right.
be somewhere.
yeah. I mean,
not
that was
in
the thing
way.
to do. And I remember my mom used to work out there. There was like a fitness center
Yeah.
right across from the J.C. Penney.
Yeah.
You had the escalators that come down, and then
Wig City and all that.
You might as well have just left some kind of pail or something for people to throw change in.
They did.
They did.
Yeah, of course.
Oh my god.
We see
mean, it was entertaining,
We see it at
people.
Smacks. Remember Smacks?
Yes.
Yeah. But those were the good days. I'm telling you, man. It was funny. We was just talking, my wife and I. We sat there eating. We went to McDonald's and we ordered 2 McDoubles with no pickles and 2 fries.
That's $40. That's $40 right
It
there.
was $39.
Damn. Okay.
So we were sitting there eating. I go, remember when McDonald's was always jumping?
It was jumping.
Yeah, it was always jumping. But my wife said, Yeah, I think that was kind of like the only fast food that was them and Wendy's, and Smacks, and you know everything else. Now you got Culver's, you got Zaxby's, and all this other stuff. You got they didn't have all that.
Yeah, you know the Smacks. That was the only Smacks that I knew about. Is
There was
Indian
one in
Springs.
Prairie Village.
Was it really?
Yeah, at the Prairie Village Mall.
There was a mall. Oh yeah,
Remember
yeah.
Prairie Village
Yeah,
Mall?
there was a Smacks there.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy because back in the I'm gonna say late '90s at where I work, there was this gal, years old, about 7-8 years older than me, and she told me she used to work there at Smacks.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, man, I was probably, I'd probably see you working.
Yeah, didn't even know. Right?
Yeah, and then she said, yeah, that's where I used to
And
work.
they used to have a Smackaroo.
Smackaroo.
Yeah.
What was that?
It was like a double, like a triple, double kind of quarter pounder with cheese thing.
I was too
their
poor to
big
get
burger.
the big hamburger.
Oh man, that was all we ate. And then Dale's, Dale's
Sporting Goods. Here we go again.
Paul's and Paul's Bunions.
Oh yeah.
Paul's
You remember Paul Bunyan's?
Yeah, on 7th Street.
Because in Armageddon it was Paul's
Burgers, Paul's Drive-In, and
Paul's Drive-In, Paul Bunyan's,
Paul Bunyan's,
and then on the other side was Eaton's. Right.
Yeah.
So they had
all three of them. They were
all of them
hemmed it up.
You go to Paul's. Oh shit! There's a lot of people here. Let's go to Eaton's. Oh shit! There's a lot of people, and they drive right back to down by
Paul
the park.
Burgers, yeah.
Paul Bunyan's.
And they all had the same concept. They had basket cheeseburger fries. Yeah. Shred lettuce.
Yeah, they were doing it right back then. That was good. Shit, man. Yeah.
The closest thing to that.
That's when your basket wasn't even labeled. It was just
It was in a sack, just
greasy and you know how like you see all the labels now in restaurants, Burger King and McDonald's. They just throw it in the white paper.
it had
paper
red
bag.
and white stripes.
Yep.
Yeah.
The fries were those crinkle fries.
crinkle cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Good times.
Simpler
Did
times.
you? Did you enjoy high school?
Actually, I did. I did. And sports made everything fun.
Yeah.
And of course, we weren't like popular, but we were kind of like,
competed.
Well, yeah, we were like the in crowd kind of thing, but we weren't popular. It was just kind of everybody just kind of hung out,
Yeah.
and there was nobody that was more popular than you or me, or it was just we liked you and you were in. You were just kind of there wasn't any person above was all that stood out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like you say, it's like to me, my freshman year, we had Mark Dirks. I don't know if you remember Mark Dirks. I don't remember what middle school he came, but he come to Harmon and
I think he came out of Northwest.
Yeah, it was the Northwest. Yeah, either West or Northwest. Yeah, and on the Kansas side, and I mean, just straight up, he became the point guard varsity. He's the one that wore number 24.
Oh, that's the reason why you wouldn't play basketball.
And that's why I told Coach Graham, I said, I want to play, but if he's going to wear 24, I'm not playing. So Mark Dirks kept 24, and I didn't get to play.
I'll just be a water boy.
Yeah. So him, and we had Sean Copes, and he was the other one that the freshman, but both dominated and played all 4 years varsity.
McDonald Douglas guy, wasn't he?
Who's that?
Sean Copes.
Sean Copes.
McDonald Douglas. Not McDonald Douglas.
Donald Duck.
McDonald Douglas. Not McDonald Douglas. McDonald's.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
McDonald Douglas. Okay.
Like Donald Duck. Is he playing on?
I know. I heard Donald Duck
He's
too.
playing on Space Jam's team.
One of the McDonald's basketball stars.
Yeah, the McDonald. What was it? What was it called? Something
McDonald's kids or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
They got a hamburger at the end of it.
I know what you're talking about.
They got to meet Ronald or something.
At the White House.
Yeah. Yeah. What was your favorite subject?
I would say it was wood shop. Wood shop and I did like social studies.
Yeah. Do you remember?
I didn't care too much for math and stuff. It was like not that it was a struggle, but if you remember when we were in school, we had 35 math objectives that we had to pass from 6th grade to the 12th grade.
And then
I passed 30.
I got a story about that.
I passed 32 in my 6th grade. My first year I took them. I finished them all before I left junior high.
Man.
Yeah, and fractions was my hardest one. I think when I first did, I think I passed 28, and then I had to pass the rest. And I took 7th and 8th grade to finish off the 35. Everybody else was still struggling. There was a lot of people that really struggled all the way through high school to finish them up. And if you didn't pass some 35 math objectives, you would not graduate and get your diploma.
Yeah, and that's what happened to me.
Math was a strong.
He still never
Wait, no,
got
I
it.
graduated.
Yeah,
I graduated, but I didn't get my.
I had to go to summer school to get the math objectives.
No, the math objectives we had to pass, and then I had to literally. There I am, a 21-year-old guy trying to pass, still trying to get. I want my diploma.
Yeah.
My job even said, "Hey, if you have a diploma," I said, it's there. It's at the school. Let me just. I'll get it to you here in a little bit." So they hired me anyway.
You never got it. You never.
I did too. Get it?
I did. I stole it. Get down.
Yeah. You remember Miss Horner?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you and I, we were in the same art class. Of course,
Yeah.
I was a couple years older than you, but Miss Horner, Miss Fulgreen.
Still green. Judith.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you left with my dad when he would just say, "I'm gonna go play basketball or something."
Yeah, but you know what? We had it easy. You don't know how easy we had it in school, really. Going
Okay,
to
so
school-
when I would tell you guys that it was hard during school, Chris getting ready to ruin that for me. Go ahead.
going to school was fun because we were in trouble. We did our work. We did. We. How would you say we?
We used to break dance through school.
We smoothed over the teachers. You know, we won them over. You know,
Yep.
we were good. We were good guys, and it's funny because like, as long as you did your stuff, or if you did something for them that benefited the teacher, they were all right with it. Yeah.
Yeah. What's your best memory of high school? I mean, like, like maybe the commons area, the gym. I mean, do you have any?
Well, I think one of my favorites was playing music for Mr. Daniels, going to the Harmon football games, listening to the home band coming in.
Yeah.
It was really the shit.
Right.
I have
they-
to hear
what they
this.
played-
Everybody says this. Everybody has said this before, just like something about the band and just like Mr. Daniels and all that. And I need to hear it. I need to.
It was on. You have to pull it up on Facebook. Yeah, they got a snip of man. It was tough.
Yeah.
If you heard it, you'd be like, oh shit. So when you see that movie with
Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon,
Drumline.
Drumline, yeah, that just kind of brings back that kind of memory from
Right.
high school. Yeah,
What sports did you play in high school? Did you wrestled, right?
I played every season.
Every season of what?
Every season of the sport. So when we started out with football.
Okay.
Then we went into wrestling, or I wasn't much of a basketball player because I was always benched. You know, I was kind of like one of those kids. Hey, pick me. You know,
Yeah,
pick me. Like, get out of here, kid. You know,
Yeah, go back to the wrestling. room.
go back to the weight room, you jock. So lifting weights was one of my things, and football and wrestling. I did wrestle. I was pretty average. I never got pinned. So
Oh, that's good.
4 or 5 years of wrestling, never got pinned. I lost, but never got pinned. So
Yeah.
I was happy with my accomplishment in that. But wrestling was an individual sport. Wrestling was an individual sport that you couldn't put the blame on anybody else. If you didn't strive to be the best, you had nobody else to blame but yourself.
Yeah.
So that was one of my favorites.
Cool. Remember the skip days?
Yeah,
Where'd you hang out?
Senior skip days.
Where'd you hang out?
I think we hung out one time at Rocky Roscoe's house. When
Okay.
he lived down here at the bottom of Haas Drive.
Yeah.
Haas Drive. And I think we hung out at Red Balloon one time.
Did you?
Red balloon.
Yeah. And I think one time Miguel Armenta picked me and my wife up, well, my girlfriend
Yeah.
at the time, my wife.
Okay.
She was my girlfriend at the time. He picked us up and we just kind of hung out and just went, I think we went fishing, and Dominic Soto went to Hillsdale or some shit like that. My wife was in a dress and everything. It was funny. It was Dominic Soto. We'd go fishing and stuff like that. Just kind of hang out.
Yeah. Dominic. Yeah.
That's my godfather, man.
Oh yeah, Dominic is. Is that right?
Yeah, he stood up for me for confirmation.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Man, I'm gonna have to bring him in here. I know he's got some good stories.
Oh, yeah.
And he's another break dancer.
Yeah. Shit,
bring-
he was one
he
of the
was popular
him and Johnny.
ones.
Yeah, him and Johnny Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would always go up against
They were-
Head
yeah.
Eye in Chicago.
Yeah. Chicago. Yeah.
They didn't want none of me. They didn't want the Vice Lords.
You beat up Michael, man.
That's a story I'm gonna have to eventually. You're gonna have to hear.
I remember Michael's mom. I remember.
kept JJ for
I know.
hostage.
And then Michael's mom was like, damn, after we beat his ass for his jacket.
It was all over a jacket. Oh my.
Yeah. You know what? They were the original Vice Lords. It wasn't Vatos Locos. It was Vice
Right.
Lords.
Vice
Yeah.
Lords.
It was like this.
Yeah.
And then I still get advice. I always forget which way the L should be. So we'd be going like this.
You'd be backwards.
I know.
Oh, hey, Vato, turn it around.
Way, pendejo. Turn around.
What job did you get right after high school? What'd you do right after high school? Let me
Said
ask you that.
military, right?
Well, yeah. So actually, what happened here when after I graduated from high school? You remember CIT?
I want to love you.
No, CIT. No.
That's
CIT was where you worked half a day. Remember Mr. McLeod?
yeah. Oh, damn, I haven't heard that name. But yeah, I do remember.
So in high school, if you had a job and you go to school 3 hours or 4 hours, and you were off the rest of the day, but you had to have a job and you had to show check stub, and you get credit.
is that the way you guys did it?
Yeah.
I never knew how to do
Yeah.
that.
And
I thought people lied about that. Oh yeah, I got a job I got to go to. I got to leave early.
you had to show a check stub, and if you didn't show a check stub, you had to come back.
Because I sure didn't want to work. I was like,
Yeah. So I was working for KU gift shop as a kid, and then I got a job at this place called ABC Bandag. So I was always working after school. I'd work for 2, 3, 4 hours. It was recapping tractor trailer tires. So when I graduated from high school, I was making $11.75 an hour. Yeah, I was dirty. I come home, I'd blow my nose in the shower. It was all black, tread, tire tread and stuff. I was making as much as my dad, and he was working for KPL Gas at the time.
Dang.
Yeah, I was like a couple $100 shy of what he was making every 2 weeks or every week. So I was working there, and then I think I quit, and I was kind of my wife got pregnant. We went to prom. I think she got pregnant at prom.
Okay.
Can I say that? So we
guess
we had-
Guess we know what
I-
you guys did after prom.
we didn't even go have
didn't go
fun
to prom?
downstairs. We stayed in the room, had a bathtub full of beer and all kinds of Bacardi breezers and everything.
Yeah, that sounds like my bachelor party. That's what
So I knew that we were going to have a child, and I wanted somebody to have somebody to look up to me to say, "Hey, this is my dad." So I wanted to do something to be somebody special to my child.
yeah.
So my daughter, she was the one that kind of really put me to go to the military. And so I went to the military so that I could be that person to be somebody that, hey, when that time comes, when my time ends here on earth, and my dad, he served his country, this and this and that, and he opened the doors for a lot of this and this and that. So she before she even knew it, she inspired me to go into the military. So
Yeah.
First off, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Gracias por tu servicio. That's awesome.
thank you.
Yeah. How many years did you serve?
4 active, total 13 years.
13 years. Were you stationed?
I was stationed in California in Lemoore, but my ship was in Alameda in the San Francisco Bay Area. I did three tours total in the early Persian Gulf. Then in 2003 was my last tour. So,
Okay.
yeah. So after that, I was my contract was to expire in 2005, and I requested to re-enlist, and at first they kind of shot it down to approve my re-enlistment. They were going to put me on the Fat Boy program. Yeah, and it's funny. I'm hungry. So
Go back to
it's
McDonald's.
funny, yeah, so I'm working out. See, it used to be the standards in the military. If you worked out and you passed your PRT, you were good. Then we got this Master Chief of the Navy, and he wanted everybody to be buff, and he was talking physical fit. Everybody needs to trim down. You were on your higher tenure. You're going to be forced out. So it's kind of one of those things that I worked out and I passed, and there were people that were larger than me. I mean, like really, but they were already E8s, Master Chiefs, Senior Chiefs, and stuff like that. And they were like, "Oh, hey, Mario, I did my PRT with Chief Reineck and blah blah blah." And what'd you score? I maxed out on everything. Oh, okay, I got you. And, and I'm over here busting my hump, and I had a bad taste leaving the military, but
That sucks.
I'm still grateful that I was able to serve. Yeah. So
Did Bernie serve around the same time you did, or
Bernie joined right, like he graduated May 21st. It was May 23rd. He was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seriously, like that. He went to the Navy.
Some ready just to.
Yeah.
Once I get him, I'm out.
He went to the Navy. Came back, went to school, and then went to the Marine Corps.
Okay.
Yeah, so he did 13 years total too.
Yeah, that's kind of like my story. I graduated. 2 days later, I'm playing baseball at Franklin, and I get hired at the job I'm at now. So
Really?
I've been there, what,
Bevco?
34 years.
Who are you with?
Petco.
No, was you Miller Bivco?
No, Universal Engraving.
Oh, okay. With I forget Ben and all them.
No, Benta works for FedEx.
There's somebody that has been working down there from school.
Yeah.
Well, there's quite a few of you guys from school. There.
At the time, you know who works with me, been there longer than me, is Kiko. Sam Clinkerbeard.
Sam Clinkerbeard, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I knew there were some guys that
Yeah.
kind of worked at this engraving place.
Yeah.
wherever it
But
is.
we had a lot of a lot of my cousins go in through there, in and out, uncles and yeah. So the one my cousin Diane, she's married to my cousin Trudy. May rest in peace. We have to get you another one. Yeah, we're getting ready to wrap up here in a little bit, but yeah, she saw me playing baseball. She came over and said, "Hey, do you need a job?" I'm like, "Yeah, all right, I'll pick you up in the morning." So,
wow,
ever since then,
that's good.
Yeah,
you know those opportunities.
But I know it's nothing like you know, nothing compared to what you guys did. You know, but
you know, somebody did that to you, and what I do for the youth today is I talk to a lot of people that come in young. I got hired at the post office at 24.
Yeah.
I just hit my 26th year, April 12th.
At the post office?
Yeah. And I got
how old are you?
I got my 4 years military.
You done passed me up, Bucko.
30 years there at the post office. I know. So I talk to them and I tell them, hey, you know, I didn't have somebody tell me, hey, you applied for a job, come to work.
Yeah.
Be there. The post office didn't come looking for you. Hey, we want you to work for us. You came to the post office and you asked for a job, fulfill that obligation and be here every day. One day you may need the sick leave. I've had people that need sick leave.
So
they run out.
You're up there in
manager. Yeah, I'm a manager in transportation logistics.
Post office, right? Mm-hmm. That's good for you, man. That many years there at the post office. Which reminds me, Ismael Gutierrez?
Yeah, he's my driver.
Junior?
He's one of my drivers.
Yep.
Yeah.
And of course, you can't forget the main man.
Charlie or Raul?
Raul Amaya.
Oh yeah, yeah. He
my
retired
uncle.
3 years ago. Yeah.
Yep, that's my mom's.
Yeah,
that's my mom's brother.
Yeah, actually, I want
to hear a good story about my uncle Raul.
Raul and Charlie Peregrino and Rodney Almaguer.
Tio Tuco.
They pushed me to be. There was a Mexicano guy that got me started. Hey, Grado, I want you to learn this. And nah. Yeah. I'm like, no, I don't want to fail. He said, you won't. I said, how do you know? He said, because I won't let you fail. So I'm thankful for the guy who got me started. And Jesse, I'm drawing a blank right now. Jesse Torres. And he got me started. And Raul and all them guys, they kept me under the wing and they showed me the things that needed to be done. And I learned my job. And I became a supervisor. And then I just kind of moved up.
Okay.
I could ask them guys, hey, Raul. It's funny. You want me to tell you a good story?
Yes, please.
Hey, Raul. Hey, what's up, primo? What's up? Yeah. Hey, I need for you to go run over to Charlie. Go get that guy over there. See, he's sitting over there. He's junior. Go tell him. Go tell him. You're not gonna go do it for him. Mm-mm. You still standing there? Yeah, the guys once they hit the 30-year mark, kind of like me, you know.
Yeah.
You're considered untouchable. You know, and it's like, what are you gonna do? Fire me? Really?
Right.
And so that was their mentality. But I used to tell Raul, what's up, primo? What you got? Hey, I need for you to. No.
Yeah, you do.
No, I'm getting ready to get off.
Yeah, it's noon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know my uncle. Yeah, he
The
retired.
guys are good guys, though. They'll do it for me. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But if they didn't want to do it and they were just want, or if I say, hey, I need for you to run to JCPenney's over there, you know, where Kibby or Anthony works. Hey, I need for you to run over to JCPenney's. All right, primo, but that's going to put me into V time, you know. All right, well, go ahead and go. All right, man. They'd milk it. Oh my God. Oh my God, Charlie. Hey, I told you I was going to run me into V time, primo. Hey, you going to pay me? You don't want me to do it? I won't do it no more. No, you're all right. I'll pay you.
Yeah. Hey, that's cool.
When those guys retired, man, it was It's bad because
Did you guys throw my uncle a party?
well, he didn't want one.
No.
No.
Shit, he's ready.
He fell off his truck twice.
He
claims workman's comp and everything.
Yeah, he's ready to go back to El Chuco. Yeah, he's in El Paso now.
That's what I was. Actually, I was talking to Alfie the other day, a couple weeks ago, and he was telling me, "Oh man, yeah, he just bought a new truck and all this stuff." And this,
Yeah.
It's that workman's comp.
yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Yeah, I remember that's the time when he told me that he was working with you. I'm like, what? With Chris? Oh, that's cool, man.
Well, those guys showed me the way too, man, and I'm thankful for all those guys that showed me and helped me.
Yeah.
And kept me because there was times when I wanted to quit
Really?
and go back to being
You're like,
in crap.
this job.
Yeah, because I used to like to call in sick, and if you make me mad, I'd go home sick and call FMLA and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But just found a passion for what I do, man, and just care. And as I got older, my disabilities from the military stuff, it bothers me. So when I need to take my time off, I want to have that time so I don't miss a check.
Yeah.
And that's what they showed. That's what they showed me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh, that's cool, bro. That's
love
cool.
those guys.
That's cool. Well, we've come to the end, brother. Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
appreciate it. It was fun. It was
Glad you're
getting to know
here.
your son, meeting your son, and Chris without an H, and
Yeah,
Isaiah, and Isaiah
Isaiah
Morales.
Isaiah.
Morales.
Yeah. But, man. All right, this was good. Thank you for coming in. Christian, everything good? Yep.
Thank you,
Gracias,
guys.
mi amigo.
Thank you. Appreciate everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to the Big Modcast. Until then, adios.